be dumped on. I remember it was like when people told me I was crazy or I was too old to be acting and stuff like that. What was I doing? And now they're like, hey, congratulations. Hey, I just saw you. It is, that whole thing. So it works out,
And the girls coming after you now and everything, probably, right? So, how old was you when you got started?
Oh, why you gonna ask that? Why you gonna put the business out there like that? So,
Hey,
okay. So I just made 48 in December. So I started my first I got my first agent in 2017. I did background a couple years before that. And my first TV gig I booked was in 2018. So I guess, what's that, 44, 45, or somewhere in there?
oh, okay.
Something like that, you know?
Okay, John Alexander said, I get that a lot. It says I get that a lot before they come to my screenwriting class telling me they spend thousands of dollars and haven't wrote nothing.
Mm,
That's it. I mean, and they're quick to tell you that they spent that. They're quick to tell you where they went and what they did and what have you while you're going out and getting it. I mean,
Mm.
hey, you know what? What's the saying? I love this. The Lord qualifies the unqualified. You know what I mean?
That's
right.
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 Where I mean, you'd never known. Like if this is 2022. You go 10 years back, 5 years back, maybe, but definitely 10. I would never, any of this has happened to me right now that's going on in my life. Never would have thought it. Never you'd have told me that, man, get out of here with that. You playing, quit playing with me. But Lord knows better than me. And a lot of y'all hear me
Amen.
say, y'all hear me keep referencing um, God a lot. You hear me reference the Lord a lot because in my house, we're people of faith. Now, I say that to say, not perfect. I want you to understand that.
Mhm.
Not perfect. You might go on my Facebook status and I ain't talked about somebody. I just want you to know.
We all
so you, so
we
you
all
know,
have our flaws.
like I don't like the Green Bay Packers or their fans because I'm a Bears fan. So you'll see me all week. I've been talking about them. I don't want y'all to go to my page and become my friends. I'm like, man, James was talking about them Packer fans. Yes, I was because I'm a Bears fan and they lost. I just want that clear right now.
He's like, don't look at that.
Like, no, don't do it.
Okay. What I was gonna say. So when did you actually? Oh, you no, already. I think we asked that question. Who would you want to act with? Who would you like to be in a movie with? What actor? That's
Hmm. Um, a couple people. One, the goat, Denzel, would love to
oh yeah.
like just to
Call me.
soak up,
Call me when you do that. Call me when you do that.
just to
Me.
just to soak up the knowledge and the skills and everything, and just to be around the aura. Like
Yeah.
one of the things about having done background and being a stand-in and acting, you've been around people, so the whole star thing doesn't really phase you. But there are certain individuals
Yeah.
who you think about or who you've met. Like I've met like most of the cast of The Wire, and every one of them I met, I was like, because I love The Wire. So yeah, that would be one. My favorite comedian, Kevin Hart. I would love to be in a film with him.
Okay.
Um, if somehow or another I could work with Angela Bassett, that'd be dope. There are a host of people, a lot of black actors and actresses who I love to just, work with. That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. And I've been fortunate to work with a bunch now. But the GOAT, definitely the GOAT.
Okay.
Definitely the GOAT.
So if you got offered a major movie deal,
Okay.
so would you stay in Chicago or would you leave Chicago?
When you say, so it has to film because, I've gone other places to film besides here.
Mhm.
So I just go film there and then come back, or do I have to move?
You may have to move.
Oh, I'm taking my family. We out of here. I love my city. Now, please understand, I love Chicago. I bleed blue and orange from the Bears. I love my White Sox, the Chicago Sky, the Bulls. I love everything. Giordano's Pizza, the South Side. Everybody in all the black folks in it, I love Chicago. But please understand, if my destiny says, hey, you know, this movie is going to film for 8 months, and you got to go to San Diego, we're putting you in this house and this, that, and other, blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to start filming the sequel not too long after that, or there's a TV show, but you got to be here. Me, all these people that are in this house with me right now, hey, y'all, we out.
I know that.
I got it. We out.
I know that's right.
So would you keep your home here in Chicago though? Would you keep a home here?
Oh yeah, definitely that, because it's ours. But yeah, but we out.
I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, listen, time for someone. Well, some of these people here, we've been around here a long time in this cold. And like I said, I love the city. I don't necessarily love the cold. They talking about San Diego, where it's pleasant at? Oh my Lord.
Yeah, because you never know when that big break may come. Because I was looking at what's her name, Tabitha Brown. Tabitha Brown. I remember my sister was telling me about this Tabitha Brown. So I'm like, okay, who is Tabitha Brown? So she said, just Google her, you will see. And so I Googled her, and it was so interesting to read her story and where she started from and how Wendy Williams gave her that push that she needed, actually, and didn't realize that she was doing that. But it's just so funny just watching her. And now I see her now, and I seen her in a movie recently, a Christmas movie just recently. And I was like, oh my goodness, this woman is just blowing up. And I sent my sister a text. I was like, yeah, I see Tabitha Brown is on in this Christmas movie. I said she just doing the thing, the doggone thing. So you never know. It might somebody may pick you up, and it may make something major. But don't forget about me now.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Yeah,
I always wanted to act.
When they told me that the role on Mare would be recurring, that was the break. That was the opening, because a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people, but in relation to, actors and actresses, there are a number of people who get on the show or get a few lines on the show and then they keep moving, to be asked back, to be written back in, and it's not done. My storyline is actually just beginning. And I got to state the obvious, for a black man on these shows, on the Chicago shows, when there's not a bunch of us just walking around, unless we're perps or whatever the case may be, that's pretty darn good. So I figure, hey, and for people to be able to call my character name out by name and all that type of stuff, we're cooking. It's in some of the things I've been able to do, we're cooking, and it's just building. It's just building, and I'm rolling right along with it. You remember some of y'all have seen me. Some of y'all probably look back now and see it in the commercial like, oh my God, that was him. Yeah. You've been doing it. I'm out, as my brother said, you're doing it. So we getting it. We're getting it.
I love your confidence.
Gotta have it. Thank you. You gotta have it. Yeah, you just have to, because there's no winning. There's no one who's done anything great or anything substantial in history has done it without believing in themselves. The audience outside will turn with the wind. The wind could go left, and then as soon as it goes right, everybody that was rooting for you when it was left will root against you when it's right. And that's all right, as long as you keep rooting for yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? As long as you keep telling yourself. The self-talk is everything. Some of y'all with this, you know what? There's a phrase, y'all didn't ask me this, but there's a phrase that I think is just loathsome. And that is when people say, I'm dead. And they think something is so funny. They said, I'm dead. And they don't know how powerful words are.
That's right.
And so when you start speaking something, the Lord in the universe is listening like, oh, that's what you're asking for? And then you don't, just like when you say you can't do something. When you say you can't do something, you say it long enough, everything in you is going to believe you can't do it.
It's going to manifest.
Well, I believe I can do everything. So I just keep saying that. My self-talk is something else. Oh, my Lord. It's just something else.
What is her name? Jahazara Bradley said people are fickle.
Yeah, they are. It's true. Because they blow with the wind.
Yeah, they do. Hey, Jahazara Bradley, it's your fine self. How you doing?
What is your biggest inspiration?
now, since